Right, hello everyone. Welcome to a new playlist that we're starting and going to play Hot Country. And let me just kind of go through the plan and then we can get on with playing. So I'm just going to introduce some of um, changes in the settings and then we go from there. So stuff like graphics, interface, I don't think anyone cares about. Company, not that exciting. Accounting, inflation's on. Funding cost medium. Lane speeds are because of one of the new GIFs, it's not the default. We drive on the left, why not? I turn this off, makes my life less complicated. Borders, I don't actually know why. Default is middle, I just don't like it. Safer crossings just makes life easier. Bridges can be basically double length, so it can be tunnels. I patched the game source code, so the maximum is actually 65k. We are allowed longer trains, default 7. To be honest, I never do that. Like I've never done that. I leave it there, but I think I've never actually played with more than 15 length. Station spread 40, that should probably be enough. Yeah, these are some new settings. Turned off plane crashes, makes life easier. Normal breakdowns instead of reduced. Why not? Makes things. Well, actually, you know what? Stop it. We'll be playing obviously subtopical. I'll explain some of the things in a bit. Now, economy speed is divided by 3, which is to say everything takes longer. A year takes 3 times that long, as normally. Town growth actually largely depends on what we do. Density, I'll explain why that's low in a bit. And I have Gorgotist on for people. So new GRFs, which is the more interesting part. Squid 8 fish, obviously first. These two are just for visual effects. We're playing 2CC and we are going to do South America because why not? Thinking about console vehicles, I never use them. So South America, because we're playing tropical, actually use planes, but it's there. Industrial station, if you're not familiar, it's just a bunch of nice stations, and we have a few extra vehicles. I set the capacity to medium rather than small, and we have everything apart from industrial trams and junk. So I want to do 1970 start because of the oilers, because I don't actually want any industries being generated while we play. And basically, town and industries are low, partially because I don't want to spend forever doing this, and partially because it lets me have a lot more physical space, like empty space. So, play. And I haven't really played Hot Country. So I kind of experimented for a few hours before, and that was it. So I'm going to give a new face. Terrible. All of them are terrible. I mean, they look great. They just don't look anything like me. I'm not going to spend ages on this. Right, you. Uh, that's me, and let's give it a slight innuendo name that fits the climate. Cool. So, let's have a look at industries, and I don't really know most of them. So, as I said, I haven't played initially. So, if anyone is watching my template playthrough, I cut the map into 10 relatively equal-ish parts, dissected it per se, and I have lots of liquid terminals, good. And then we kind of go through each of those dissected sectors, but I do passengers and towns first. And actually, I am going to do mail in this game. Why not? Bit of difference, variety. But we need to make money, and people don't initially make money. So I had a casual look at what pays, and while oil doesn't pay, it's easy. So I either want diamonds, which do pay, and there are a few near each other, or coffee, or oil rigs, wells, and for that I would need trading posts, and actually there are quite a few trading posts and they're kind of scattered around, so it's not immediately relevant, and we do have quite a few liquid terminals, so that's also not immediately relevant. So how about diamonds are here, and you do 216. 216, I think we might start here. Unless I find something significantly better. 72, that's rubbish. Very tempted for those diamonds. And then in terms of oil, just looking, 336, not bad. 280, acceptable. So these are not bad at all. 112, that's rubbish. 112, rubbish. There's coffee, 1.2, 1.4, 192, 72. Okay, well, how about we start here? So the other thing is that if I get into a town's kind of territory, if you please, I need to get the passenger services running, because otherwise they get itchy about me doing my thing, especially in places like this where there are trees. That's a trading post. Okay, let's not bother with anything that's not relevant for our purposes. So it's either going to be this or that. And you are not that great. Okay, let's do this, but for this, I want... What are you? Supply yard. So first of all, let's get some terms running and we play. And I want to max out my finances. I mean, bits of this is going to be spent. Oops, I don't want that. Just setting up the terms. Nope. Yep. And 6. Keyboard shortcut 6. So what I'll do is make okay, I want to clean up this mess. Cargo capacity. So I only want basically 2. Everything else gets hidden. So I want a large and a medium. So 1940, 1965, so 1920, 1900. Okay, well, that's definitely getting hidden. I think the logic is that this would be small, medium, and then there's going to be a large version of this. So make one, and then we immediately classify that as people. Oh, well, I did say I'm going to do male as well. Fine. Male. So 00 should be extra small, 1 small, 2 medium. O2 pax M. So what happens is this comes here, and then I want people, no male, and I'm not going to bother with large, so not yet anyway. So O1 male small, and let's do that, because what happens then is I just clone these, but I need to remind myself of this new setup. I don't usually bother, and that actually makes this a little less convenient. Okay, well, such is life. So these will go just that. And I don't know if I can make this go and follow that. Yes. Auto separation. Separation needs to be off. Cannot auto separate. Wait till table time is missing. No, don't. Right, you all go. And I want to make sure that they can turn around, which they should be able to. This is fine. So map. So I kind of have to at least do these, which will take. Well, actually, do I care? In all fairness, I will care about this place. Let's just do the ones where we're in a forested area. Because my finances are really limited, and this is definitely not the best way to go about it. And then just do a few of these. If I even bother, I do not bother, because everything else is not forested. Fine, that makes life a lot easier. And I can put this here because there's nothing to say they can't turn around. You have too few orders, and you haven't noticed that before. Fine. Okay, can you do that? Can you do this? And then we want. Where the hell are you going? Oh, shh. Okay, let's actually clone one of these and one of those. So there's supposed to be a button in this version where you can delete all orders, but I can't find it. So that's 8, and then 7 just basically does the same. I want 2 of them. So with that in mind, we can start getting stuff out. Oh, the other thing I want to turn off is So yes, that just makes life a lot easier. So rail and no, not monorail, just rail. Other materials, I want stations, and I think diamonds are supposed to be high security. Let's give it 2. The other one is right in my face here. And then third one. I'm just going to let you do engineering supplies and farm supplies, which is useful. There are no oil rigs here. Let's start with this. Might cost me an arm and a leg to then do this later, but hey ho. Get rid of that. Repair or just reorganize it. Initially, I'm not going to bother with this. So if trains come from the right, then I mean I'm not really going to keep up trains come from the right thing for too long. Doesn't matter really, does it? Do that. This can go there. Probably don't chop off that town too much. In fact, I need to turn whatever that is left. Not that we ever did go that fast, but hey. Do I want that? No, I don't. Nope. So I just want to build into that third station kind of with the same logic, and then we'll just do conditional order jumps. I really hate these objects. Should have done it the other way, but fine. And then we've not been here. I need to do this one. I did put a depot here. I mean, I probably should actually put down stations. That would be useful. And I only have 2 spots here. The thing, if I do more, is that I would technically need more space. Well, they'll queue a little. I don't usually bother with more. And so that's shared orders and clone one of these as well. Make it 2 and go to the same place. Right, I want to keep this. Everyone else leap off. It's very funky music. So this needs to be a little longer. Does it though? I'm really using 4 platforms. I'm kind of thinking, how far can I get? Farm supplies. It's fine. I can go that far. And then just do that, because then I can build 2 more without having to kind of undo that whole river thing. Makes things less problematic. Let's come off here. Yep, those guys are not going to be happy about me. That's why I did the terms first. That was kind of expected. Or these. What if I put a tunnel? Nothing, because I can't tunnel through here. I would need to like tunnel out there. So that clothing doesn't really work, does it? Stupid thing. Right, we keep going. Where am I? Or kind of hope this works, because in my other playthrough I did for a test, I was doing oil and that worked sweet. Except I've already spent a fair bit of my money here. If it doesn't work, then it's going to be a bit of a tits up. Fine, they're never really good at fast. So a couple of step chains come from the right. much. It's not something I'll bother with forever. Okay, great. We made it this far. Okay, and then just basically do it properly. So we now have it one way, of course. Did I do this? No. Fine. It's not so much an issue if these are one way or not, as long as there's like literally one way. Don't do that. Fine. But then we okay, diamonds. We're going to have 5 long, and I don't want to help us. I want by power by running cost. It's going to be this one anyway, and this is enough. I like this is actually enough even for this is 120. Marvelous. Actually go, because initially it's just going to be empty, which additional order jump, conditional order jump. I had a look at the code out of curiosity, and I understand why 0 is the default, but I don't understand why 0 is the default. If that makes any sense. Yeah, so you take engineering supplies. So what we'll do is use that trading post to bring engineering supplies, but for that I need no, because that's the small one. And I don't currently use those big ones. And that's fine. So what we'll do is go away. Clean up here a bit. Extend this for goods A. That depot is not in the right place there. Yep, that will do. So what I want, actually, not quite. I know it's a kind of a hard turn, but so I want a waypoint. In fact, I want 2 waypoints. And call that diamonds. Call this Engschruppel. So these guys, or that guy per se, will go via this. Enjoy that. I want to change jump to 6 and change jump to 6, right? Okay. So how are we doing on stuff? 160. Okay, I want another one of those chains. So diamond, diamond 5, and then these go here. And we want to make sure that we template diamond 5s as that, and to name it to diamond 5. Good. Now how? Okay, up to 4, so actually I can just get the third one. There'll be a fourth one too. And then I want a small engineering supplies chain. Get flat car heavy. You both do 100k. And I actually don't care at all, as long as it does 120. Really? Fill up. Come here. Via this. And go. And then we'll basically call this Engehoepel. One, because it's very baby sized. And I want another one of these. But it will go to the next one. And not here. Doesn't actually matter that one of them is long. Oh, I did not make one. I did not make one. Yeah, well, you'll just go out there then. And guess what? We make a third one. And that will go out here. And then these guys are going to wait a little because there's not enough space. Ah. See where the problem is? Doesn't matter. You actually produce stuff out of thin air. Oh yeah, it does. Okay, I think this is not empty. Great. Okay, 81k. That's actually not terrible. This will need coffee and rubber. Funnily enough, it also produces stuff, but okay. So that's not necessarily a problem. Coffee and rubber. Where do I find coffee here? Coffee estate, right there. 117. 117. Well. And the usual does kind of apply that if I come down here, how am I set for time? 14. I should start building some passenger services. And mail. And want a bunch of depots. Oh, give me 1, 2, And then give me a few of these. Well, okay, just make sure it actually picks up the locations, so I don't just it. Yes, go. And then I want to connect. Why isn't the depot here? Like specifically here? You. Because there's cargo disc, I probably want two, but I also want a mail thingy, which will go exactly the same place. Fine. You guys are still doing F4. I'm thinking I might just bring coffee here on road. Or boat. Well, I mean, so it's not going to be huge. You do food and coffee. I don't even know what. There's no coffee. Food. So about food, goods, and that's good day. That's good day apparently. And just third station. I'm not going to have like 3 waypoints. It's just not, and definitely not this. I'm not really going to bother with food yet, I think, because the trading post needs rubber, and I just want to max it out. I don't really have unlimited amounts of money, so I will just drop a aid station here that drops coffee. So that will be in, and then on the way out, do that. And it comes in through here, do that. And basically just that's the in, so that will come through. Again, probably not there. More like here and some such. Nope, I don't want that. I want this. And some such. Nope, I'm still on the wrong spot. And then you do rubber, which is great because that can also come in there. The next thing is going to be oil after that, getting maxed out. Next episode, of course. Or the one after. See. And I'm not really going to bother with I want. What are you? You're one of these because you're diesel and engineering supplies. And then you come from here to here and just go basically. And then you do 100 odd sacks of coffee. I have 5 minutes. How many do these take? 50. So this doesn't quite need to be too large. I think the length will do, at which point 4K per hour. The 20 on the kilonewton. That would be nice if it wasn't so rubbish. They do 100K per hour. Hold on. So that's 3 grand a year. 37, 70, 50. All of these are rubbish. They're fast. They're fast rubbish. We'll stick to what we have. Can we not have something in between, like this? And that's not really going to work because these guys are going the other way. This comes in here. Okay, they move. They move. Ah. Hey. So that also means we've run out of money. Nice problem to have. Definitely. I don't think I can get more money. Well, not significant anyway. Yeah, 600k. It's going to be a while. We are on the right track though. Kind of. Well, I could always speed it up. Still plenty here, so this is still only enhanced. Like we're not even gung-ho. Now we have engineering supplies plenty, so I actually want, no, one comes here. Yes. Buy orders. We're going to have not enough money. Okay, actually I'm out of time, so what we'll do is we're going to get more of the supply chains and then feed that into the diamond stuff. So that's the game. Thanks for watching, and any thoughts, comments, likes, whatnots, let me know. See you next time. Bye bye.